Hello, everybody, and good day, good morning, good night, wherever you are right now. And in today's video, we're going to be learning about something really informative. And then, before we move further, just in case you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll be notified to my next coming videos. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, in class, today's tutorial, we're going to be learning about four basic sentence structure. But just in case you missed the previous lesson that we had, or lessons that we had, worry no more. Just simply click the links in the description box below so you can still watch them. Okay, so let's get started. Now, in today's class, like I said, we're going to be learning about four basic sentence structures. So you know what are these basic sentence structures? Now, I know that we've been studying this one since elementary, but then we forget. So my task today is to refresh your rusty mind. Okay, so keep on watching. Now, I have here, let me share something. Let me share my PowerPoint to you. Here it goes. Okay, so there are actually there are basic sentence structures. And the first one is, but before that, let's identify first. Okay, so four basic sentence structures. What are these? Okay, well, they're simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. Again, we have very simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. These are the four basic sentence structures. And today we're going to discuss each of these structures. Okay, now, before that, let's have first the basic elements of sentence or every sentence. Again, basic elements of every sentence. But each sentence should have subject and predicate. So subject. When we say subject, the one who does the action, the one who performs the action. Okay, and predicate, it talks about the subject. Okay, so say for example, subject is Mary, and then predicate is plays tennis. Okay, so what does Mary do? Play tennis. Okay, now this is the basic elements of every sentence. Sentence should have the subject and predicate. The and predicate, it should start with the verb, plays tennis. Okay, so anyway, that's not our main focus for today. So let's go further. So the first sentence structure is simple sentence. Again, simple sentence. Now, simple sentence contains one independent clause with no subordinate clauses. Now, what does it mean, independent clause? Now, when we say independent clause, this is a clause that can stand alone, which means the meaning or the sentence is complete. Independent clause, a clause that can stand alone. The sentence is complete or has a complete meaning and no subordinate clause. Subordinate clause means it is also known as dependent clause or the incomplete or the sentence that cannot stand alone or a clause or a sentence that cannot stand alone. So simple sentence contains one independent clause and no subordinate clauses. It may have a compound subject, a compound verb, and a number of phrases. A compound means two or more. Okay, so say for example, simple sentence with one subject and one predicate. One subject with one predicate. Okay, Joseph plays basketball. So Joseph here is the subject. Okay, and plays basketball here is the predicate. So Joseph plays basketball. So this is simple sentence. Okay, this is there is one subject and one verb, predicate. So Joseph plays basketball. Simple sentence. Another one. Simple sentence with compound subject and a compound verb. Again, simple sentence with compound subject and a compound verb. For example, Joseph and Michael play tennis and swim. So Joseph and Michael, there are two verbs here, two subjects here, so compound subject. Joseph and Michael play tennis and swim, compound verb. Two subjects and two verbs. So this is still a simple sentence. Joseph and Michael play tennis and swim because this is referring to one single idea. Okay, now let's proceed to compound sentence with coordinating conjunctions. Okay, so when I say compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses. Again, compound sentence with coordinating conjunctions contains two or more independent clauses. So two or more complete sentences and no subordinate clauses. Again, no subordinate clauses. So for example, so these are the coordinating conjunctions. Your fun boys, for and nor, but, or, yet, and so. So here's the example. Joseph swims and Michael plays tennis. Okay, so this is a compound sentence. The first independent clause here is Joseph swims. Joseph swims. One complete sentence or independent clause. And there is a coordinating conjunction here, and Michael plays tennis. So this is another independent clause. So Michael's first independent clause is Michael swims. The second independent clause is Joseph swims, and the second independent clause is Michael plays tennis. One independent plus one independent connected with coordinating conjunctions, here is and, equals in compound sentence. Okay, the next one. Next is they wanted to ride a bike, but they decided to take the train. So first independent clause is they wanted to ride a bike. First complete sentence. It is connected with the coordinating conjunctions, but, and then the other independent clause here is they decided to take the train. So first independent conjunction, independent clause, and then the second independent clause. One independent is equal to compound sentence. Okay. Next one. Complex sentence. Complex sentence with subordinating conjunctions. A complex sentence contains one independent clause and at least one subordinate clause. Again, complex contains one independent, one complete, and one incomplete sentence. And it is connected with subordinating conjunctions, even though, when, because, unless, and whereas. Example, Bob is popular even though he is ugly. Bob is popular. So this is the independent clause, the complete sentence. Now there is even though. Now even though here is the subordinating conjunctions, he is ugly. Even though he is ugly, it is subordinate clause. So this is incomplete. Bob is popular even though he is ugly. Next, because Joe wanted to keep his guitar him, they decided against taking the plane. So remember because here, because Joe wanted to keep his guitar with him or him, this is the subordinate clause. Now take note, if the sentence, there is subordinate conjunction, automatic, that is subordinate clause. Again, if the sentence started with subordinating conjunctions, that sentence is automatic subordinate clause. So this is the one in red here because Joe wanted to keep his guitar with him or him. This is subordinate clause. And then they decided against taking the train. This is the independent clause. So one independent, one subordinate equals equal to complex sentence. Now, compound complex. Now, compound complex contains two or more independent clauses and at least one subordinate clause. Again, contains two or more independent clauses, two or more complete sentences, and at least one incomplete sentence or one subordinate clause. Say, for example, the band played at a dance, and Ray was pulled into the line dance that was starting. Okay, so the band played at the dance. This is the first independent, and Ray was pulled into the line dance. This is the second independent that was starting. So this is the subordinate clause. So you take note. Two independent clauses, two or more independent clauses, plus one independent clause is equal to compound complex sentence. Okay. To his surprise, he was going at line dancing. Afterward, he joined whenever he got to dance. To his surprise, this is he was good at line dancing. This is the first independent. Afterward, he joined in. He joined in. This is the second independent whenever he got the chance. Again, two or more independent plus one subordinate or dependent is equal to compound complex sentence. Now, let's take a look let's answer some of the exercises to test your understanding. Now, you have here, let's practice. It is a kind of sentence that has two independent clauses which are connected by any of the conjuncts. Is it simple, complex, or compound? Very good. So the answer here is compound sentence. Number two, it is a kind of sentence that has a single complete thought. Is it simple, complex, or compound? Very good. It's a simple sentence. Number three, which is the dependent clause in this sentence? Whenever he enters, everyone keeps quiet. Independent, which is the dependent, which means incomplete. Is it whenever he enters, everyone keeps quiet, or he enters or whenever? Very good. So it's whenever he enters. So whenever he enters, this is dependent because this is incomplete. Okay, next one. Which of the following is a compound sentence? He lives near our house. Even if they are poor, they still look happy. The place is deserted. It looks like a ghost town, or the kids are happily playing Uno. Very good. The place is deserted. Looks like a ghost town. Now, everybody, before we end, again, I would like you to watch again the video because I have limited time. Okay, so I want you to watch again the video and understand. But I hope that it's easy. You just have to practice to understand the difference between dependent and independent clause, and then the four basic sentence structures. And simple, compound, complex, and compound. Okay, have a great day and bye bye.